Hey everyone, doing a quick product review, especially for gym owners who are interested in different tools they can use to effectively and efficiently clean their floors. So prior to buying this unit, our process for getting the floor clean would be we'd use a shop vac and just manually vacuum the entire floor before going to our wet clean. We have kind of a similar push behind scrubber, a big unit that we use and definitely recommend. But the time and labor costs of just kind of manually vacuuming the entire floor, we have about 5,000 square foot here, and then across the street we have another 5,000 square feet. So it's just taking a long time to get all that done effectively. So basically how this unit works, there's no motor, there's no wires or electricity, there's no sound on it. And you push the unit forward, and there's a little turbine there with some brushes, and as I push it forward, those brushes sweep the floor and pull particulate from the ground into the either rear or front units here. Here you can see some of the stuff. I just did a quick little sweep up, and it does a really good job getting small stuff. That was kind of my concern going into it, is gonna pick up small stuff, and you can see all this gross kind of nasties that were living on the floor that would have otherwise been inhaled, or especially if people are a little bit sweaty, it might get stuck to their bodies. Nice and easy, goes in, goes out. And then I'll show you the rear chamber too. So here again, you can see a ton of dust, a ton of particulate, hair, skin cells, all sorts of gross stuff that gets pulled into this machine. And effectively, you just walk behind it, you push it, that turbine's spinning, it's pulling up stuff from the ground. It's got this handy little side unit too. So if your trace goes up, if you're tracing maybe along a wall or something, that's just pushing extra stuff in front of the unit so that you can catch that stuff too, okay? But what I want to talk about too is what it does and does not do. So again, it's gonna get your floor really clean, about the same level of a vacuum. But as you can see here, here's some kind of chalk handprints, etc. It's not gonna pull this stuff up. So if you have chalk that's kind of caked into the floor, this is a combination of sweat and chalk. And even with a vacuum, again, as you can see, this stuff is not moving around. You're gonna need a wet clean to get that stuff up. So just like a normal vacuum, you're gonna need a two-part process in terms of getting all the chalk that's been caked into the ground off the floor. But like I said, this is really picking up everything else and getting your floor crystal clear in terms of the kind of dry debris so that you can do that wet cleaning. But the benefit to this is it's dramatically faster than doing a vacuum. It's really quiet too, so maybe even if you're not gonna do a wet clean on your gym, you can grab this thing, push it around, you can cover a ton of real estate very quickly, very efficiently. It's quiet, so if you have classes or training on in the background, you're not gonna be disruptive with noise or wires or anything like that. The unit is pretty easy to assemble. It came quickly. And actually, so one of the reasons we picked this one, there's a few other ones on the market. This is the only one I found. It's hard to see here. There's a little kind of wind turbine here, a little fan here that goes into that filter I showed you before. So one of the criticisms that I was reading about in some of the other units from other makers was that it would pick up big stuff, but they wouldn't really get the small particulate, the dust. It would kind of kick up that small stuff. And that's what we really were interested in. We wanted to make sure that all the little stuff got picked up. So basically, those little fans spin, it creates a vacuum effect as you push, and then it pushes all the small particulate into the back there. So nothing's getting left on the floor. So we've been really happy with this thing. We think it's great. Like I said, we're able to clean the floor in a fraction of the time to get it basically back up to running speed. And again, it's not gonna get every little piece of chalk, right? Again, this stuff, which is not gonna get, is kind of matted into the ground. You're still gonna need a wet clean for that. But we definitely recommend this thing. So especially if you got a big gym, check this thing out. It's not cheap. This was about $1,000. There's some other units that are a bit less, but again, we really wanted to make sure that we had some sort of vacuum, some suction system that was gonna allow all the smaller particulate to get into the machine. Anyway, that's about it, guys. We highly recommend this thing if you got a lot of real estate that you need to clean. If you have any questions, let us know. Otherwise, thanks for watching.